Jack in Japan, what can you tell us, Jack?
Well, basically, Alex, the first thing I've got to let you know, I'm not sure, I haven't heard you report on this yet. If you have in today's episode, I apologize. But the first thing I want to let you know is that in our drinking water, we've now got dangerous levels of radioactive iodine-131 and cesium-137 in the prefectures of Fukushima, Ibaraki, Gunma, Tochigi, and in diminished levels, but even in Tokyo.
Yes, sir. We did report that last night and today, but I should have reported it more. In fact, we'll put on screen, just search the term radioactive iodine found in Japanese drinking water and food, as well as some other isotopes. In one prefecture, 26 times safe levels.
That's correct. That's correct. And I got a message for Ann Coulter. If she thinks radiation is so nutritious, then I'll either pay for her airfare to come out here, or I'll brew up a pot of coffee with my cesium-137 water, and I'll ship it to her.
Well, that's a good point to make. Alex. We should publicly challenge Ann Coulter. In fact, I'm publicly saying that I will pay for her a first-class ticket to Tokyo from wherever she lives. In fact, I want to get Watson or Aaron Dykes or Kurt. I want to put the challenge out at Infowars.com to Ann Coulter right now that I will pay for her a first-class ticket, room and board, to go to Fukushima, and I'm sure they'll let her tour the reactors themselves. If it's so good, I think she should go drink water directly from the reactor cores.
Oh, and Alex, I will drive her up there personally. I was disgusted when I heard those comments. I swear to goodness. And one more note of concern, you are correct. The work at the reactors was suspended at 3:55 local time today due to fires in the reactor cores. And one of the reactors is the number 3 reactor. That's the dangerous MOX reactor. And according to my research, we've got something on the order of 1,760 tons of live and spent fuel on site. And you compare that to Chernobyl with 180 tons, and this thing is pretty serious, if you ask me.
Tell you what, stay there, Jack. Your intel is absolutely on target from all our research. I want to get more from you on the other side than Mark Marshall, Tim Bennett, and others. I'm Alex Jones. This is the Genesis Network, GCNlive.com. There is no doubt that there's an ongoing cover-up about the disaster in Japan. They're using the new war as a distraction. We're putting our money where Ann Coulter's mouth is. Kurt Nemo at Infowars.com right now is writing the story. Headline, "We will pay Ann Coulter to go to Fukushima radiation zone." And we're going to state it for, okay, lady, you say radiation's good for you and there's a growing body of evidence. They target certain cancers with it because it kills cells, not the entire body being hit by it. Every major study shows it increases cancer. No one denies that. But this is their brazen propaganda. Not only is the radiation hitting the U.S. not bad, it's good for you. Yes, it's very good for the atomic soldiers. It was very good for the folks at Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It's very good for plant workers that have inhaled uranium and plutonium. Even the folks that mine it, when it's not enriched, die from it. Incredible. Jack, I mean, talk about brazen propaganda. That's certainly it. Jack from Japan. Anything else you'd like to add?
Well, basically, I had a meeting with several people today, and basically everybody knows that the government is lying to us, and everyone is getting very, very angry, not just at the government, but at the Tokyo Power and Electric Company. Everybody knows just the basic design of these reactors. I mean, why would you put something that's dangerous, fissile, and can explode on top of something that can explode? In other words, I'm sure as your listeners know, they've got the spent fuel rods and the grooves of these reactors, and so it's like, why would I store my gasoline on top of my, pile of fireworks?
No, on top of your stove.
Exactly. And the people are really starting to get wise quick. And some of the good news is some of the local level government people, as you mentioned, the mayor of the one particular town and the governor of Fukushima, they're getting wise quick too. And I'll tell you what, people are getting really angry. And I am definitely going down to Tokyo Power and Electric in Tokyo to talk to some managers, and I'm going to film it and do a little We Are Change style guerrilla filming when I get the chance. One more thing I want to add, Alex, get this. They haven't even closed the schools. Okay, the kids are walking 20, 30 minutes going to schools. They're playing outdoors for an hour during recess, especially right about now because the school year changes over in April here in Japan. September in America.
Well, no, I saw that in the news. That's just like 9/11 with all the asbestos dust. They've got to say don't wear masks. They've got to keep the schools open, or they'd have to admit that there was a problem.
Exactly, exactly. And so it's just everything's fine. Just go back to sleep. No problem. Send your kids to school. Meanwhile, it's raining and they're playing outside. And we've still got here where I'm at. The radiation has gone down a little bit. It's only about 6 times the normal amount of radiation. But in other parts, a little bit closer, it's really bad. Like in Ibaraki Prefecture and in Tochigi Prefecture and Fukushima Prefecture.
And again, that's an air reading, not the spinach, not the water, where it's dissipated and basically condensed and had a chance to bioaccumulate.
Exactly, and you better believe when they started taking the spinach off the shelves, a lot of the people that I know, including just, little grandmas and grandpas who don't even really follow, the news too well, they really started to wake up when they saw this. One other thing, Alex, I wanted to share with your listeners is just, you've mentioned it before in your show, and I just want to say it's true here. Spread this information out, because people might chuckle at you right now. They might not believe you right now. But when this stuff starts coming true later, they are really going to start listening to you. And believe me, the people who, listened to me but didn't buy any storable food or water, that's the group of people who came to me today to have a meeting at my house to talk to me about what we should do about this situation, because they understood that, this information is real. And if you do things, and if you do get prepared, if you do look towards the future, and not necessarily trust every single thing that comes out of the government mouthpiece, and rather trust things that come out of the alternative media, you can be better prepared when a situation like this comes down the pike.
Very well said, Jack from Japan. Anything else you'd like to add?
Oh, just that. Let me tell you, people really are living on pins and needles here. I mean, I used to live in Fukushima, Alex. I look at the pictures of like Iwaki in Fukushima, and I recognize the streets, and now they're just torn to shreds. Another place that has been really damaged are the graveyards, and graveyards are really important because it's like your whole family history goes into one single grave. All right, and so for hundreds of years, for one single grave, it's all your grandparents and your great-grandparents and everything, and now it's just smashed. And so people are just really pretty much just living day to day. And it's a sad situation. And just people out there, listeners and everybody, just pray for Japan. Just pray for us if you can. I appreciate it.
We will, Jack. Thank you so much for the call.